Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Meet Praneeth. Today's video is going to be very special, and the reason is that it is the 50th video on the channel. Like 10 months back, I started this YouTube channel with one aim to basically spread awareness about EB1 and basically help people understand that it is not that tough as it seems like. And people from different backgrounds like academic, non-academic, with PhD, without PhD can file for EB1 if they work towards the criteria that fits their role. So the idea is that in this 50th video, I was trying to research a lot of different ideas and see what best fits this 50th video. And before even talking about the video, let me also talk about a new venture that I have just started. So I've started a EB1 one-on-one personal consulting. And I thought that EB1 cases are very unique. Each case is very different. So I thought, why don't we have a one-on-one personal consultation sessions where we discuss the case on a phone call, discuss what are the different specifics about the case, how you can basically work towards different goals or criteria to make your case more stronger and your petition more stronger. And over the last few days, I have been getting a lot of requests for one-on-one sessions. I'm really very happy that people are liking that venture and people want to get that personal consultation. So if you have not booked your session and you want to discuss your profile one-on-one with me, I will be very happy to do that. And on the screen, you will now see a video of the app or the website that I have developed. And what will happen is you can go to the website, you can click on book your session, then it will take you to a new page where you can select which date you want to have the session, pay for the fees, and book your session right away. If you have questions before booking the session, you can also scroll down and see what is EB1 visa about, and then how I can help you, followed by some videos and some testimonials. And I'm pretty sure that would convince you to seek a one-on-one personal consultation where the idea is honesty. I will try my experience, based on my experience, and with full honesty, I'll tell you where exactly you are and what you can do to make sure that you get to that EB1 profile. Now, I'm not guaranteeing any successful petitions. I'm guaranteeing you that you work hard and you work with all your energy. Basically, you can get a very strong profile, which then comes to USCIS, and then they will decide whether it's an appropriate profile for EB1 or not. And I'm also trying to bring more people on the channel, attorneys on the channel, so that you can connect with more people and have direct contact with them. And that will be coming pretty soon on the regular videos. Now, as we were talking about USCIS, right? Because ultimately USCIS only decides whether you have that EB1 case that will give you the green card in the fastest way, right? So I thought, why don't we talk a little bit more about USCIS in this 50th video? And the idea is that we always think that, or criticize sometimes USCIS, that our case are not being prioritized in the right way, they're not being adjudicated in the right time. It takes a lot of time for some cases. There's a lot of retrogression, things are not moving. So I thought, why don't we look at some data that from last year, 2022, and see how much load USCIS has, right? What does a day in the USCIS looks like? So let's get started with this video and let's see how a day in USCIS looks. Okay, so now let's see how a day in USCIS looks like. Now I'll basically try to give you 10 facts that I have gathered from USCIS website based on 2022 fiscal year data. So you can see it's very current and it's very reliable data. It's because it's coming from USCIS. So let's talk about them, all these 10 different facts that I'm going to present to you right away. So the very first one is that USCIS adjudicates more than 32,500 requests for various immigration reasons or benefits. Now it could be 485s, it could be your 765s, I-131, whatnot. So in total, in a day, more than 32,500 cases are being adjudicated to benefit different immigration purposes. Now the second one is, in a day, USCIS analyzes at least 550 or more tips or leads to investigate a fraud or a public safety or a national security concern. So you can see, like, they have to go through these tips, they have to go through these leads dissect them, see if they are valid information or not, and then also assess the public security, national security, and the frauds that are being done. Then the third one is they serve 800 people in a day at an in-person appointments, which requires document services. So the fourth one is, and that is very interesting because a lot of us who file I-485 has to go through the process. So we go for a photograph and a fingerprinting, which is also known as biometrics appointment. So USCIS says that they fingerprint and photograph 11,000 people at 130 locations in the United States. So that means on an average, in a day, each location is serving at least 84 appointments to get photographs and fingerprint. Now, the fifth one is they grant lawful permanent residence and to 2,100 people and issue nearly 5,900 green cards. So 2,100 people will be getting their lawful permanent residence cases approved or adjudicated, and then around 5,900 green cards will be issued to people who are already approved. The sixth is they resolve more than 400 phone calls and 170 emails which are related to E-Verify or SAVE, which is the immigration status venture. Now the seventh is they receive, and it's very interesting because they receive 55,000 phone calls to their toll-free number and more than 150,000 inquiries or service requests to their online portal. And that's a huge number. 55,000 calls to be taken in a day and replying or looking at 150,000 inquiries in a day, it's huge. Then the eighth is they receive they receive 1.2 million visitor sessions to their website. And that's a lot of people hitting USCIS website every day. And I think probably when I was looking at my case, I used to check every other hour or so, like what's happening with my case, if anything has changed or not, or go to my online USCIS account and look at that, whether anything has changed in there. So I can imagine like 1.2 million people hitting the website every day is really, really huge. The ninth is they screen 200 people for protection based or on a credible fear of torture or let's say something related to their safety when they return home. And that's not a huge number, but still like screening them and making sure that they're not lying and they still have a credible danger or fear while going back home. And the 10th one is really very interesting fact. USCIS welcomes more than 3,800 new citizens at naturalization ceremony. And if you account for that number in a 24-hour period, that comes to every 22 seconds in a 24-hour period. And out of those, typically 42 people are basically members of United States Armed Forces. So this is very interesting 10 facts that I wanted to present to you. And it's not that I'm a flag bearer for USCIS, but I think we should also look back and see how much load they have on their shoulders. I agree there are some immigration reforms that need to be taken because the laws that were made 30 years or 35 years back now are obsolete and they need to be changed or at least modified so that more and more people can get their permanent residencies and visa statuses updated after living and being in this country for so long. But just wanted to make sure that you probably might like these 10 different facts that I've gathered from USCIS. And it seems to me that they have a lot on their shoulders. And I think most of the times we hear that USCIS is short-staffed. So you can imagine like going through these many requests, issuing these many green cards, citizenships, looking for fraudulent calls and stuff and tips. It's a huge undertaking. So with that, I wanted to end this video. This was the 50th video, and the next video, probably I'll bring someone on the channel and have a very fruitful conversation for all of you who are seeking advice in immigration, employment-based first preference green card, or any other green cards that you are looking for. And with that, I want to sign off and also say thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for showing so much love, support, and helping the channel grow, right? And the consultation venture that I started is just to support the channel and also basically keep the things moving and keep bringing new content, informational content, content which will help you take your immigration journey to the next step. And that's what is my aim. So with that, have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you all have a wonderful, peaceful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video very, very soon.